What's hiding underneath things can be scary. Underwater, under your bed, especially what's under your carpet. Except when you get new carpet from Carpet One Floor and Home. After tearing up your old carpet, they'll vacuum and apply Health Annex antimicrobial to your subfloor, disinfecting and killing mold, mildew, and any remaining general awfulness. Carpet One Floor and Home goes the extra mile to protect you, your family, and your home. Carpet One Floor and Home in Columbia, making your home beautiful, guaranteed.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, February the 4th. I want to introduce you to Tim Holler. Good to have you here, Tim.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks for
Big
having me.
Muddy National Fish and Wildlife Refuge. That's a mouthful.
Yeah. We're a new refuge here in mid-Missouri. We were founded in 1994. We got about 7,000 acres right here in mid-Missouri. If you're heading west on I-70, just after you cross the Missouri River Bridge, it's pretty much all that undeveloped land on both sides of the interstate.
Really? Part of it's a floodplain,
yes,
right?
Yeah. All the refuge is pretty much a floodplain. So we've got about 20,000 acres spread between Kansas City and St. Louis along the floodplain of Missouri.
20,000 acres?
And we've been approved to grow to 60,000 acres.
So what are you doing with that land?
So most of it's set aside for wildlife, but it is available for hunting and fishing and public enjoyment for wildlife watching. Or I've got some hiking trails. Some of it, because of all the flooding this year, I've got to work on the trails. But I also wanted to give a little introduction to folks that maybe don't know about the National Wildlife Refuge System. We've been around for 117 years. We were founded by Teddy Roosevelt. And by the end of his administration, we had, I believe, 34 national wildlife refuges across the country, 17 states anyway. But that was kind of after his administration. We didn't really get going until Franklin Roosevelt, so we owe a lot to the Roosevelts. Mm-hmm. But in 1934, Franklin Roosevelt signed the Duck Stamp Act. And the duck stamp is really important to national wildlife refuges, and that's really kind of my basis today is talk a little bit about the duck stamp. So in 34, the duck stamp was founded, and for every duck stamp is sold, anybody over the age of 16 that hunts waterfowl is required to purchase a duck stamp.
Okay.
And that started in 1934, so we've had the duck stamp for 86 years this year.
So if you want to hunt waterfowl, you have to purchase the duck stamp.
A federal duck stamp, yeah.
And then what do you do with that duck stamp?
Now, you have to sign it. You have to have it on your hunting permit. You have to have it with you.
So if you get stopped, you've got that duck stamp.
You've got to have that duck stamp,
yeah.
The original duck stamp was $1. It's gone up over the years, 86 years now.
And
it's $25.
We've got a picture, if you're watching on television, we've got a picture of, is this the original duck stamp?
That's the original duck stamp, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it cost $1 back then.
And now it's $25. But 98 cents out of every dollar of that $25 goes towards purchasing land for wildlife.
That's important.
Since the duck stamp we've purchased about 6 million acres of land. Mm-hmm. And so the National Wildlife Refuges have really grown because of the duck stamp. And, it was really took a founding father, and he was a mid-Missourian. He was from Higginsville. His name was John Clark Salyer. And he was kind of the father of National Wildlife Refuges. I think he knew how to talk to people, and he went all over the country. He had a fear of flying, and he drove all over the country trying to purchase land with the duck stamp money.
And he's from Higginsville.
He was from Higginsville. He went to Central Missouri, or Central Methodist in Fayette.
Yeah.
So he's a local guy.
Now, you've got another duck stamp too, right?
Yeah. Now, I am the junior duck stamp coordinator. In 1989, the Fish and Wildlife Service started the junior duck stamp to kind of encourage kids to learn about ducks and waterfowl and wetlands.
And there it is right there. We got the junior duck stamp.
That's an entry from this year. This is a Missouri student from Plattsburgh. That's Reese Carlson. That's her entry. She's fourth grader.
Now, do you buy the Missouri junior duck stamp too?
You actually, all 50 states compete in the duck stamp program.
Okay.
And the junior duck stamp program, I have one winner from the state of Missouri, and I send that to the national contest.
Okay, so this one's going to go to the national contest.
No, it actually was a winner that was just of the 100 winners I have in the state.
Wow.
And only my best of show goes on to the national contest, and those 50 art pieces compete to become the junior duck stamp, which is $5, and that actually gets made into a stamp, and both of them you can buy it at, well, the federal duck stamp you can buy at most post offices, and the junior duck stamp, it is available at some post offices, but you can also buy them online.
All right, Tim, we're out of time. You've got so much information. I wish we could go on, but we are out of time.
I apologize.
But, that's okay. My goodness. But for more information, the best thing to do would be go to a Big Muddy National Fish and Wildlife Refuge. Just put that in Google, and it'll come up to the website. Okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, Tim Holler, thank you so much for coming by. And he left a nice calendar here, too, at the Duck Stamp. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now, we got another informational guy with us, Michael O'Halloran, we go from talking about ducks to talking about heart-healthy food for the month of February, right?
That's right, Paul.
Yeah, Missouri Academy of Nutrition and Dietitian. So what have you got for Heart Month?
So February is National Heart Month, and the goal of Heart Month is to promote awareness of the impact heart disease has in our society. And unfortunately, heart disease really does have a profound impact. Every 37 seconds, someone dies of heart disease or something related to heart disease in this country.
Wait, every 37 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
So within a minute and a half, 2 people have died because of heart disease.
That's correct. Yeah, and that's quite a profound impact on our society, just to think about, every minute and a half, you're losing about 2 people. Where that pertains to me as a dietitian is that heart disease can be prevented or at least managed by making simple dietary changes, one of which is to choose lean animal proteins for your meat sources.
Your statistic's still in my head, because I thought by the time we finish this interview, 4 or 5 people will have died in the time that we're talking.
Indeed. And
4 or 5 people will have died from heart disease.
Indeed. To throw another one out at you, of total deaths in the United States in a given year, 1 out of 4 is related to heart disease. So hence, again, heart disease is such a huge issue in this country because, unfortunately, it affects the lives of many people.
Okay. So the best thing to do to prevent heart disease, well, first of all, don't smoke.
Yeah.
Don't smoke. Exercise, but then watch your diet. And with your diet, you're talking about...
Yep. So one easy step you can do is, again, choose lean animal proteins. Some examples of that is going to be boneless, skinless chicken or turkey breasts, lean ground meat such as 93% lean ground chicken or turkey or beef. And then additionally, when it comes to beef, particularly steaks, not all steaks are created equal. The leaner cuts of steak, if you really enjoy your steak on a weekly basis, is going to be things like top round, sirloin, and strip steak. There's more than that, but those are a few common examples.
But people like those T-bone steaks that are well marbled. But those are.
And that's not to say you can never have them.
Right.
You just want to choose
in moderation.
Right. You choose them ideally for special occasions and holidays.
And fish. Fish is good for you.
Yeah. So fatty fish like salmon, tuna, herring have omega-3 fatty acids that can actually protect your heart and stabilize any plaques that are in your arteries.
Okay. Michael, thank you so much for coming by. You too, we could do a whole segment with you. But if people want more information, the website to go to?
They can visit www.heart.org.
All right. Michael O'Halloran, thank you so much. And you're a dietitian over at Hy-Vee.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you for coming by. Pepper P, Missouri.edu if you want to drop me a line. Bye-bye.